Right now, Minnesota in control. Pam Ward, LaShawna Robinson, and Angel Gray joining you here in Las Vegas. Alana Smith with the block. Lisa Collier just left the game late in the third quarter with a turned ankle. We will get a report to you as soon as we can, if we can, before we get off the air. And Minnesota dominating in this game, shooting over 65% from the floor over the Aces.
And Becky Hammond has had her bench in the game. Starting about
save your energy for tomorrow. A lot of the people here have started to make alternative plans in Vegas as Gustafson hits her second three of the game. These two teams will play here back in Vegas in early September.
Good defense by Gustafson here.
Finish.
She's got a little bit more experience in size than last year. Remember, Dorka Uhas did not return this season. Maisha Hines out.
Bell with the shot. Kirsten Bell in the starting lineup again for the third straight game after being used sparingly, averaging a career-high 4.5 points per game this year. Had a prolific career at Florida Gulf Coast. Smith step back. Kova. Nope. Minnesota continuing to hit the...
They've been getting offensive rebounds.
Shot clock winding down now for Anderson. In and out. Bell fires again. That is Anastasia Olari-Kosu, number 7 for Minnesota, rookie from... And Seattle is a team that Minnesota will be playing on Tuesday night on the road. So she'll get to go see and play against her idol. There she is, and the bucket.
The second youngest player in the WNBA, who also played for Seattle.
Right. So we'll have the two puppies up there on Tuesday. Kosu turned 20 back in April. Malunga's just 19. Played professionally in Europe. So this kind of a game, and there's still a lot of game to be played. What's to be gained right now for Vegas?
Well, it looks like Becky is resting her
on the Valkyries, who are ahead of Vegas in the standings.
You know, when Kayla Thornton went down, we were all devastated for her because of the amazing season she had as a first-time All-Star. But I still felt like the Valkyries could make it into the playoffs because with their style of play, they can put plug anyone into that system, and their defense doesn't change. That's the thing that they hang their hat on, their toughness, their defense, and they've still got Tip Hayes.
Which has led her to the next step in her leadership, which she does a collective and collaborative scout with the guards of Jewel, Jackie, and Chelsea. Over the last 3 games, she's gotten together with them and tried to find different ways to make everyone eat and find ways that they can be productive on the as the starting lineup, what each person needs to bring. And just the fact that she gets up in front of the class, she will break down things with her computer and say, how can we get better together? That is something, as Jackie said, she gives her an A for making sure that everyone understands what the assignment is. And she'll have a lot.
Watching film has been something she's talked about more in the last couple years, and just noticing defenses and watching different schemes and things. And I mean, again, that's why she's able to continue to raise her level.
So Kleondakova makes it 100 for Minnesota. Minnesota has now,
and this team looked very different. And I think it's big for them. Not only is Kayla McBride hitting threes, Natisha Heideman's getting her stroke back. Bridget Carlton is starting to shoot the 3 at a higher percentage as Cheryl Reeve is.
Kosu, a little bit of a hesitation, kicks it back out. Anderson, Cheryl Reeve and Becky Hammond playing their 18 points today. That's a new season high. She She has been terrific.
And I like when Kayla McBride.
So she already said some in the first half. 8 for 8 from 3 in the first half for McBride from 3. And the record for any game is 9 made threes. K-Max day is done. Seattle got Indiana coming in tomorrow. Heidemann rolls one in. That's a tough stretch for Seattle, right? They had that double overtime on the WNBA app to get all your updated.
And speaking of Atlanta, they had a big win over the Phoenix Mercury. Angel, I know you see a lot of the dream. What is happening with that team in this stretch? They're playing well.
China. It is done by committee, and what I love about what Carl Smesko has mentioned about his team, he said, I go after the hot. They've been able to get the ball up the floor, and Naz Hillman, I would be remiss if I didn't mention how big she has been off the bench for this team.
And the attention of that team because of her work ethic and how she shows up
at Michigan and University.
Yeah,
ladies,
an outside shot, which was kind of the knock on her coming in.
Ladies,
Andakova getting some nice minutes this afternoon.
3 of the Diva. Played a few seasons in LA. Aha.
Oh, Shepard behind the back. Some flair to go along with her season-high 18 points. Vegas led very briefly in this game. It was 2-0. And since then, it's been all Minnesota. They have led as they do now, or they before this basket. As a team, Minnesota shooting over 60 on 41 baskets. Out-rebounding Vegas by 20. So the score here is not, it's not lying. I mean, they've dominated them in every aspect. Points. And they are knocking on the door of the largest road win ever in WNBA history. The Houston Comets in 1998. That would have been year 2.
That was a long time ago.
They won the first 4 championships in this league. Vegas is just going to have to rest up and get ready for Golden State tomorrow afternoon, where they play at 3 o'clock local time. But
she was able to walk off the floor on her own, and she has yet to.
And we have not received an update.
Ladies, I am told by their PR that she, of course, is out. And just shows you who Napheesa Collier is. Not just her team came to take aid for her and cover her, but also the aces came over as well to make sure that she was okay. Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray being one of them as well. They understand who she is and have spent some time with her at Unrivaled as well in different capacities. So they understand the magnitude of what she brings, not just to the team, but to the league.
Yeah, they see half her face was in it.
But another impressive showing for the Minnesota Lynx, who go to 24-5 on the season. The Aces just set a new record for their most threes made in a game, 17 today, 8 of them by Kayla McBride, all in the first half.
I mean, this is just a tremendous showing for beyond impressive.
The Minnesota Lynx have set a new WNBA record for the biggest road win, the largest margin of victory on the road in WNBA history. The 98 Comets, you're number 2 right now. It was a 53-point victory for Minnesota.